You're welcome back to News Insights. This issue of Bola Ige murder, I sympathize with the family, may he so rest in peace. Each time it comes up again, and again, how does the family members feel? How do they feel?
You know, the son granted an interview recently. I think even the daughter granted an interview. And they've also not find a clue or a place of rest for how their father was killed.
Yes.
Who killed their father.
Okay.
The state has kept quiet on it. The law enforcement has kept quiet on it. And they also feel that they have glaring evidences of how and who killed him.
If they do, I know that our judicial process can be, very long and slow.
Yes.
But if they really do, like you said, why not push it forward?
You see, the prosecuting officer is the law. They are not the prosecuting officer. They can only write to the law and say blah, 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 blah. But if the government is quiet on it, and which they seems to.
Okay, this is almost like what Akande said, now being countered by Ladoja. Ladoja is actually demanding apology. Akande said they should go and ask Ladoja that he has details. This was an open interview because he was one that withdrew the case. Why was the case withdrawn in the first place? For a solution that has not been found. Why was the case withdrawn in the first place? So when Akande now say they should go and meet Ladoja is now coming out demanding apology from Akande. But why would you withdraw a case where nobody has been held responsible? Does it mean the state has come together and say, we don't want to know whoever that was in charge of this murder?
You see, when Akande made his allegation, thank God, God gave us 2 years to hear from both sides.
Yeah.
Ladoja did not waste time to respond. And in his response, he said that case went as far as the Apex Court, which is the Supreme Court of Nigeria. He also said this thing happened 18 months before he became a governor of Oyo State. That this thing happened in 2001. He became a governor in 2003. So this is the plank which is time to demand for the apology, the tender. That again, Baba do not state what he said now in his book because he was being interviewed in respect of the book he wrote in respect of the murder of Bola Ige. That he very sure, because of the man's age, when questions were asked,
Out of pressure.
He said what he said. But he's prepared to accept apology and let go. But if he does, he will explore all options, including legal action against Baba Akande, because he said he was not in the scene when the incident happened. That if Baba is saying all of that, he made reference to say when the man was at the palace and the cap was removed, Baba was there, he was the governor, was the sitting governor, so you should know those who removed.
At that time of Osun.
Yes, and he didn't say anything about that. Why accusing me? You see, it is interesting that this man dead, this ghost refused to go, he's still haunting all the Yoruba leaders at that time, and they are here now. All those who had no world of knowing about the death. I felt the ghost of Bola Ige is the one moving there to say what they are saying, because you cannot say the chief law officer of a country was murdered and nothing is being done about it, that you cannot unearth it.
It's strange.
What is
strange? Kingsley, a lot of people insinuations. That's why it is even important to let this case pass through its normal course. Okay, a lot of people were alleging that it was because he went to serve in unity government.
Yes.
That was why he met his death. People were saying probably government in power then, which was Obasanjo's government, were probably aware or even involved. People were saying involved. To now clean off all this, why don't they pick all the fragments they have, have a kind of inquiry, special inquiry? This is very, very important to the nation, so that the children can say, oh, this is what happened, and the nation themselves can say, this is what happened. He has said a chief law officer of a nation can't just die like that and wish it away.
You see, from the onset of this matter, we must look at how the things played out. Now, don't forget, he was the Attorney General and Minister for Justice.
Yes.
the case wouldn't have only lied with the police. The case also would have gone to the DSS or the SSS, as they were called at the time. They should have been the one to investigate.
At that time, he had security.
Exactly. And first of all, look at how was his security dismantled. Do you understand? That's number one. It also showed that the president at the time, which was Chief Olusegun Obasanjo, was not also interested in the prosecution of the case.
Because the man had tendered resignation as at that time.
Do you understand? If he was interested in the case,
which they didn't make public.
Exactly. If he was interested, he would have set up an inquiry to make sure that every fragment of this case was put together. The state, being the prosecuting state at the time, would have gone ahead with the state. There are murders like this that will ever go uninvestigated or somebody brought to justice. I think this Cicero of is it Yoruba land or the country is one case that we will never get a clue of, because it will cut across so many people. And I think the best thing is to allow it to.
Yeah, but a lot of them, like Lama Adesina, who was the governor of Oyo State
at the time.
At that time, is even dead.
Yes.
So not much can come out directly from him.
Yeah, but the people that were accused that they were the one that killed Bola Ige, some of them are still alive. Some of them have also gone as far as become senators, held high position in this country, even within the ranks of a political party. They have held positions. So are they dead? And these whole people, the one that removed his cap at the Oni of Ife's palace, these people are all still alive. Why can't they all not be called and questioned and prosecuted? The security details that were dismantled, they're still all alive. So what's stopping everybody for bringing it forward? So between BC and Ladoja, they also know things that they also need to come out.
Even BC himself said he knows a lot of things that he can't say.
Exactly.
He said it during the interview.
So he's holding his mouth.
So Philip, let's get at this, because one, I think the family needs some form of justice, at least. Even the entire Nigeria do need, but at least, it's more proximate to the family. They do need some form of justice. They do need a way of retiring this matter. What do you think should be the next step for the state and for the family?
If only we have a country, they should have had that you mentioned. But I'm afraid if we still have a country as it is today, like you said, Baba said he knows a lot he cannot say. At your age, what are you afraid of? And Ladoja replied that if you say you know a lot, you say it. Because I wasn't there when it happened. So it has been this back and forth game on this matter. Some persons were accused, they were arrested, they were investigated, they were let go, they were released. So you can, when you said, we must be mindful of the things we say, because the police and the security agency were saddled with that responsibility. Yes, the president can give a marching order to unearth the secret of the murder of the chief law officer at that time, but the president will not do the work of the policemen in the field. So yes, I sympathize with the family of Bola Ige, but this is the country we have, and this is what we can get from what we have in this country. It is not only the family, the entire country, because what it means is that if a chief law officer can be killed and nothing can be done about it, anybody can die and nothing will happen. So it's a sad
I don't think that the president doesn't have the power to do.
Are you talking about the current president or the president as at that time? The president
as at that time. I don't think that.
Who is still alive?
Who is still alive? You see, every executive power is under him, and he had the power to hire and to fire. The buck stopped at his table. If I give you a marching order, you don't do it, I get somebody else to do it. So him not pushing forward mean that he also relaxed in the case. But I also want to bring to your notice, all over the world, there are cases like this. Okay. The Martin Luther King case. Nobody was ever prosecuted or brought to justice.
Almost the same thing was happened that the state
was a mastermind. Even JFK.
Yes.
Do you understand?
Yes.
We come back to Nigeria. Yes. Funshaw Williams. I mean, we have cases like this all over.
But those ones were a little bit that nobody was even, nobody's being held.
But it doesn't also sting me. For example, that of JFK, for example, the shooter was held, but don't forget the shooter was also killed.
Yes.
I don't know if you understand.
Yes.
You know, so if not being held, this one it was because somebody was holding somebody because there was a prior incident 2 or 3 days earlier
That they were trying to
relate to this. So if nothing happened prior to this one, maybe probably nobody would have been held.
And again, the people that actually commit the act might not be the people that the name
might not be
peddled. Yes, even though they were the one that masterminded.
Yes,
you don't have the direct.
If you don't have any direct,
so how do you hold them responsible?
So the hopelessness that the family face at this time, do you think the current government, who, for example, now at that time didn't support Bola Ige going to serve in the unity government?
Yes.
As at that time they didn't support.
Yes.
He didn't support. He said, no, these people are enemies of Awolowo.
Yes.
So don't go and work with them. So he didn't support. So a lot of people are feeling, do you think something like this could discourage people from serving in any unity government in the future?
Well, I don't think we have unity government as it is. The government.
Well, Wike is a PDP member
a government,
and is serving in
a government to
government.
infiltrate the opposition. It's not a government of unity as it were. It's a government to infiltrate the opposition and dismantle the opposition.
People in the opposition, I talk, all of them are now running to APC.
Exactly. So that's what I'm telling you. They lace this appointment under the opposition and make sure the opposition crumble, because the opposition is not like a body that is fighting itself. Do you understand? So it doesn't stand.
So now, in the eyes of these children, Philip, what do we think should serve like justice to them? Is the government coming out, oh, we are unable to determine who killed your father, we are sorry, we are unable to do that? Or let's try one more time and see if we can get it done. What do you think would be like justice for the family at this time?
What would be justice to the children and family of Bola Ige and the entire nation is for the government to unearth the killer of the lake all over the world.
Bola Ige.
Yeah, Bola Ige. Sorry, the cases have been investigated for years just to get to the truth of the matter.
Yes.
Nigeria should be different.
Okay.
The government should sit up, they should reopen the file and carry out thorough investigation so that they can unearth the murder of Bola Ige. So
what sounds like justice?
What sounds like justice is that they should take the pain and swallow the pain pill. Yes, because I think going back, I don't think that's not what the government want to do at this particular moment.
We'll have it on a scale.
Yes.
Well, accept it as a fate, it has happened, or let government move forward and say, oh, we must get to the bottom of this matter. This is still News Insight. We'll be right back.